podcast. This is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City. An Odyssey Sports Station.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Hey, happy May Day, too.
It's gonna be May. No, it is May. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Sun was kind of coming up on the drive.
Early this morning. Yep.
A little positive life. Happy Friday, Kansas City. Welcome to 96.5 The Fan.
It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, too, here in Kansas City. Beautiful weekend.
You guys hear that? That's the sound of a cocktail getting cracked at noon on my patio. I know that I'm hard.
Beautiful weekend in Kansas City.
No rain?
I don't think so. I hope not, man.
A blind melon weekend?
Blind melon weekend would be fantastic. Grad parties, weddings. We got a lot going on this
I'm going to
weekend.
say this, maybe a hot take. Grad parties are fun.
I love
grad parties. Grad parties are great. Yeah.
Great
food. Yeah.
If they're yours,
They're
it's
terrible.
a tad bit stressful.
Yeah.
And there's two ways to do them. I did mine because Blue Springs, you graduate, at least back in the day. Bartle Hall's where you graduated. Every other year, you flip-flop. So, like, Blue Springs South would get the morning, then we'd get the afternoon session, vice versa.
Right.
The year I graduated in 2006, we got the afternoon session. So my mom put together worst part about being a graduate, not the worst, is, like, you got to get the letters of thank you out.
You got to get them out right away.
My mom came up to me, like, 2 days later, was like, stack on the table. She's like,
Yep.
You don't have school today. It's Monday. You got this to do.
And that's the way that's what my mother used to do as well. I mean, you were sitting down and you were writing thank you notes the minute you got these gifts because that was the proper thing to do. And I know that's kind of a lost art now for a lot of folks, but it matters. It does. And so when you sit down and you write that thank you note or whatever you want to send out to people to thank them for coming, yeah, you got to get that done because the longer you wait, the less likely you are going to be doing it. So yeah,
you get hundreds.
You get hundreds. Yeah, it's great.
Aunt Marie.
Yeah, people you don't even know are showing up on this. It's like, who should we invite? Everybody.
Every single family member.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Because they're going to bring cash and you're going to get, some dough and it's great for the graduate. And at the end of the night, the graduate can go to the parents and go, now, who the hell are these people? It doesn't matter. They gave you cash. So just cash the check and, call it a night. But they're also good because they're all open houses, basically, too. So you can just come and go as you please, too. There's no awkwardness. Well, it's getting late. I got to go. No, you just walk out the door. They don't even know you left, right?
It's the easiest way to Irish goodbye.
It's the best way.
The minute you give them the card, you are no longer relevant.
Right, exactly.
That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Talk to you later.
You are done. And so if you have it at your house and we show up, I always do something and move something around and people find it months later too, that kind of stuff. So, no, but it'll be fun. But then, two grad parties, Saturday and Friday, and then a wedding on Sunday. So we've got ourselves Ralphie Jr. getting married on Sunday. So shout out Ralphie Jr. We tried to stop this, Ralph and I, many times. We really, no, I'm kidding.
Congrats.
We love Angela. She's awesome. And Ralphie Jr. is going to have himself a great wedding on Sunday. I can't wait for that one.
Sunday wedding. Nice.
Sunday, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it's those weekends, man. And then next Saturday, it's like 3 grad parties. My wife's like, we got 12 grad parties this year. I'm like, oh my God, that is a ton. And our kids are sophomores and freshmen. I mean, I can't imagine when their time to graduate, how we're going to be doing this. But they start earlier and earlier. Everybody gets them in, wants them done, and it's fun. It really is a great time of year, and it's also a sad time of year. I ran into a friend of mine yesterday, and you guys may know him, Shea Wildebohr. He works for Jayhawk Slant, and he was driving through the parking lot at ODAC yesterday.
Oh, hopefully not ours.
No, God, no. He would have wrecked his car. And
driving in our parking lot is not
It's an Olympic sport now.
It's not a sentence that goes together.
No, it's an Olympic sport. It's like doing the slalom at the Olympics, driving through this parking lot.
When my buddies text me, like, hey, are you home yet? I'm like, I'm surviving the parking lot. What does that mean? Well, here's a picture.
Yeah, here's a picture, exactly. So I was talking to Shea yesterday. He's like, yeah, my kid graduated last year. He goes, I just don't know what to do. I miss my kid. I'm like, I know. I only got 2 more years. And you start to get emotional about this stuff because I said to Jen yesterday, we're driving to soccer. My daughter's a sophomore. I go, this time next year, you're going to be planning her grad party. And I just lost.
You just put on the vitamin C song?
I know. I mean, it just goes so damn fast. The days are long, but the years are short, as they like to say, And
May is my 20th anniversary of being a graduate high school.
It's my 31st, okay? My wife said to me yesterday, we passed St. Thomas Aquinas, where she went. She goes, 30 years ago, I was in there. I go, the hell you were.
Yeah, 33.
I said, the hell you were. I said, because 31 years ago, I graduated high school. And she goes, oh, damn. It's been that long, right?
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, so the 20 years, I mean, that happens in a blink of an eye, too. You know, it's like, oh, my God, where did those last 20 years go? So it's an emotional time of year for a lot of people, obviously. It's a fun time of year. It's you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a few keg stands at these grad parties.
You
I
should.
have to see. Yeah.
Please. You should.
Please. Yeah.
Turn into Frank the Tank.
Yeah. Do
Gas
that.
near's $4 a gallon. No, gas is $4.
$4 a gallon.
It's
Yeah,
$3.99. No, it's $4.
Yeah.
I weigh 399 pounds. Now you're 400.
You're four bills, pal.
I'm nearing 400.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no.
$3.99.9, right? Let's not kid ourselves. We're paying $4 a gallon now.
There you go, Trent.
There he is.
I've seen that guy in those like glasses.
Oh, yeah. The Blue Blockers commercials.
How you
Yeah.
doing, Jamie?
Yeah, the Blue Blocker commercials.
Oh man. So this will sometimes let the text line dictate the next topic. Says, morning fellas, Kentucky Derby this weekend. Is it a bucket list event? I would
Yes.
say yes, it is. It's just not high on the list. I don't know how big a bucket list can be. Maybe like 5 events.
Yeah, that's my thing. If it's not high on the list, then it's not bucket list for
Right.
me.
It's not, huh?
I really
mean, I
want to
can-
go, but is it bucket
I
list?
think I
Yeah,
can think of
it
like
is.
5 other things to do other than the Kentucky Derby.
The reason it's bucket list is because you can say you were there and tell people you were on the infield and look at all that stuff. Like, that is a unique experience. You're not getting that anywhere else in sports, right? You can go to basketball, football, baseball, hockey games. You can't do the Kentucky Derby anywhere else. And for me, to have a unique experience like that, that's why it's a bucket list item for me.
I would say Masters would be number 1.
Absolutely.
Courtside at the Garden,
Super
would be
Bowl.
2. Been there.
Yeah, I'm just saying for every for
Yeah.
like on those events. But yeah, that's
I
great.
don't know
We've
that
done that.
Super Bowl makes the bucket list when Dusty's naming all these other things that are just truly unique. One like
Now,
the
these are all
Masters
dictated
has
toward-
to.
These are all dictated towards me.
But I'm not a golf fan, but I would say the Masters for me is very high on that list.
Everyone would say Super Bowl too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Everyone would say that.
Like if we could have, if you take away the way we went as media
Yeah.
and went as fans, it's probably different. But I saw what the Super Bowl is, so I fortunately enough, because of the job and everything, I can take that off.
Blessed,
But I
yes.
mean, before the Kentucky Derby, I would say Masters. I would say court. I've never seen an NBA game.
Oh, dude, that would be
See?
sick. Yes.
Never seen it, and
Dude,
seeing one at the
yes.
Garden, like I would love that. Like being outside of it and going in it, like I was like, I felt like Bob's like 5-year-old son because I was like, can we see the court? Can we see? He's, no, it's not open today. I was like,
Damn it.
But he's like, that's where they'll go in. Like that's where it is. I'm like, I can smell it. I'm there.
Yes.
I'm there. I would say Wrigley Field because I've never been to Chicago. Fenway. So that's 2 baseballs in my top 5. But unfortunately, like, sorry, this is dictated towards me.
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah.
Sitting in Wrigley Field, hanging out with Vip, just getting sideways in Chicago would be great. And the number 5,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
this is where it gets kind of interesting, where like the Kentucky Derby could slide in, but it may not because you're right with the significance of like being there. And like I've said before, like I did never see Broadway. So that was one of those things where I'm out of my element. And I think it's fun to get comfortable in the uncomfortable, if that makes sense. And uncomfortable for sure. The seats were insanely small, but hey, it didn't bother me. I had Maker's Mark double. Bob had double goose, so we're fine. And we're that was cool. But like Kentucky Derby's up there, but like Ryder Cup.
Like, see, I'm all about like the golf stuff. Like my bucket list, and I've been fortunate enough to go to Super Bowls and Final Fours and stuff. But like my bucket list would be like the Phoenix Open, the Masters, Kentucky Derby. Like all of those big time kind of party events. I know the Masters isn't necessarily a party, but it's the damn Masters.
World Cup would be one, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance.
Right.
So like I kind of left that off, but like that'd be a cool event because I mean, in my lifetime, I don't think the World Cup ever comes back to the United States.
Oh God, no! I don't think it does either. No, well, maybe
In our lifetime?
maybe depends on how long we live, right?
Yeah.
I've got maybe 40.
Yeah, say about in the next 40
10
years.
World Cups. I think we got one in the next
Maybe,
10.
maybe. How does it go this year?
Yeah, that's a
right?
good- that's
You know,
actually- that's it.
Let's see how it
That's
goes
true.
this
Because
year.
was the last one
before-
94?
94, I think, was the last one here.
they're 30,
Yeah.
yeah.
So about 30 years,
Yeah.
roughly. Yeah, it's pushing
It's
it.
it's
yeah.
right there. You're
But
right.
again, how does it go this year, and what will we see this year, and will we want to come back? Because a lot of times people go to places for events and they're like, I'm not going back there ever again. I don't want to do that.
Somebody's bucket list says go all out at the Kentucky Derby, watch a round of golf at the Masters, enjoy an afternoon game at Fenway, play in the World Series of Poker main event, sit courtside at a Lakers game. I think I'm friends with that.
Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff
great
right
stuff.
there. Yeah, I would
Great
take
stuff.
out the poker because it's just not my thing, but all
Right.
that other stuff, yeah, sitting courtside at a Laker game would be wild too. I mean, I don't know if I could tell you courtside Lakers or courtside Knicks.
Knicks,
With
it's not close.
It's not
Yeah,
close.
not
Okay.
close.
I didn't think so
who's
either.
both
Courtside
times
the
you
Lakers
could-
games right now.
Yeah.
Both times you could be next to Larry David.
Yeah, it's true, but
Bill Simmons had this discussion. Like the Lakers are struggling courtside right now. Like they
are
don't,
they
they
really?
don't have
They don't
they don't have that power.
Well, what
right
are they
now.
giving you right now to go courtside and watch
But
them?
the Knicks
right?
have sucked for the last 20 years. I know they haven't these last two, but those
I
guys
know.
still go.
They still go.
They still go.
It's New York. It's different
It's
beast,
different.
man. It really is. Like L.A. It's it's. I hate to say it like this because it sounds. It's L.A. There's just so much going on. Not that
Yeah.
there's not a lot going on in New York. But in New York, it's not. It's less of a transient city than L.A. is too. You know, L.A.'s got a lot of people that move
Yes.
there. New York's got a lot of people from there.
Like-
now, I know. Look, I know New York is a huge melting pot, but there's still the die-in-the-wool. You saw him, the New York fan, right? Like you don't have that L.A. fan like you do
No.
that New York fan.
Dude,
if that
I
makes
Anne
sense.
Hathaway loves the Knicks. Like she's a huge Knick fan. Like she knows the players' names. She knows the stats.
And
like,
I
you don't
really
have that in LA.
I really do believe the Knicks are the only team too that unites New York. It's the only team where everybody is a fan of because there really is no competition. The Nets don't count. But you got 3 hockey teams, you got 2 football teams, you got 2 baseball teams. You really only have one NBA team in New York, and everybody is a fan because it's kind of the cool thing to do, but it's also rooting for the guys who haven't won. I was telling you guys before
Like
the show.
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid. Yeah, I mean,
ready
the
to play him
Embiid-
next round.
I mean,
Embiid.
I hate to tell you that, man. I don't know that your Celtics are moving
No,
on.
I don't
The
see it.
Sixers seem like
Washed.
they're playing with a passion right now to move
Yes.
on. Like all of a sudden, they got a passion to play. Where did that come from?
Well, they're healthy too. Like that's why I didn't want to.
JoJo, baby.
Yeah, I didn't want. I wanted to play the Magic, which obviously I was wrong there. They're playing out of their minds too. But I didn't want to play the Sixers for this reason because Joel Embiid, I knew he was going to come back, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid. That is not an 8th seed, 7th seed team, and
no
and yeah,
matter what
sucks, dude.
happens in the next round, it's going to be epic. New York versus Philly or
Epic.
New York versus Boston. It's
I
going
know that
to
I'm
be
hard.
insane. And if it's Boston versus Philly, you don't get that same kind of, as New York being involved.
New York has to
like,
be the part of that,
New
yes.
York makes the NBA better, but it's been 53 years since they won a championship. The New York Rangers took 54 years in between championships, and we used to chant 1940 at Devils hockey games to mock the Rangers. But that's where the Knicks are at this point in time. They're gone 53 years without winning a championship. If they could win one this year, you talk about parties that you've seen and things that you've been a part of and parades
Mike
and all
Brown,
that.
still fired.
Still fired. Yeah, right. Mike Brown will be fired. But if they won the championship,
Should've won it in 5.
you would see. No, that's different though because Dolan, the owner, remember last year wanted everything to go 7 games so he could make more money at the Garden.
That's why Knicks fans are just like George Costanza in the scene where he's hitting batting practice with Jeter and Bernie Williams. We won the World Series last year. Yeah, in 6 games.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Do it. No, if they do it in 7, Dolan's happy because he's cashing checks. He's cheap too. But no, the Knicks, man, if they moved on yesterday, what an incredible win. And now we got a Saturday night game 7. Like hell, let's go. I mean, that's a big game for a first round playoff because it sets up what's going to be an awesome second round. It's too bad it's the second round and it's not for the right to go to the NBA
ECF.
Finals.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm there too. No, we're gonna have to have some questions about Joe Mazzulla and Jaylen Brown if they don't step up and win this game.
If they lose
Let's go.
this series, everything we said all season long about Missoula doing a great job, it's out. It is. It's out the
sucks.
window.
Yeah, he becomes trying to think of that a regular season coach or regular season player, but that's what he's kind of
Aaron
slowly.
Judge.
Yeah, he's building that sort of resume. Yeah, he needs to kind of adjust in the playoffs, dude. If you don't hit threes, what is your next play, Joe?
Yeah.
What's the next play?
And that's the problem with the 3-point line in sports and basketball.
Yeah.
You live and die by that thing. And if you're cold one night, forget about it.
We were down 20 plus and brought out our starters with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was
Missoula knew.
yes.
Tonight, loaded. Every favorite is favored by 3.5 points, by the way. Coincidence? I think not. Pistons Magic at 6. Cavs Raptors at 6:30. Take the over on that. It's already jumped. Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
I said
Did
it was
the Knicks game hit the
214.5.
over last night?
Oh, Knicks themselves did. So, I told you it was 214. I said jump on it now. It's now 219.5. It's gone 5 points up in an hour. You better
my
get on
gosh.
it now. And then Lakers Rockets favored in game 6 as Kevin Durant's still not going to play.
Yeah, and that's a scary
How about
series.
that?
LeBron needs to win that series,
So,
man.
The Rockets got Kevin Durant all year, not for the playoffs. The Sixers lose Embiid the entire year,
Yeah.
getting for the playoffs. which one would you rather have?
The guy who's the guy who's going to be there in the playoffs for you. But that's the West is just so uninteresting compared to the East. I mean, the
right
East has the juice right now in the NBA, and the West is like, all right, we'll be there. They'll probably end up winning the whole thing. But Boston, Philly, and New York being involved makes it all better for everybody who's not even an NBA fan like myself. But those three teams involved make you interested.
And the Nuggets could be our Richer of the Week because we got robbed of Jokic and Wemby for 7. Now they're just going to sweep. They're going to sweep Minnesota, aren't they? The Spurs.
Yeah, it's going to be
Minnesota's
ugly.
done, right? Like, how could you go on without?
Well, they
Anthony
are,
Edwards,
but they're
I mean,
not. They are, but they aren't.
Yeah, but like you get there, like, okay.
We'll wrap this up full circle. This is from the 913. Good morning, everyone. Remember, the Kentucky Derby is just Amish NASCAR. Until we meet again. Hey, we talked to Zach Bye of 104.3, The Fan in Denver. He is scared.
Take the month off, bro. You win.
He is scared about Bo Nix. I'll tell you why. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, rock star. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
You love your land. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love all the great deals. With versatile compact tractors, professional-grade mowers, and durable utility vehicles, Kubota equipment can help you turn dream projects into reality. Kubota Orange Days is here, and so are the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com or stop by your local dealer for more information.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Hey guys, it's Rob Brennan from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the upcoming World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And I'm Scott Parks from Dana and Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch, KC features the biggest names who helped make the World Cup in Kansas City possible. And there was a lot of work, plus the major storylines heading into this summer's tournament.
This is so much more. This isn't just a podcast about soccer.
No, you're right, Rob. It's a podcast about Kansas City, for Kansas City, telling the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes drop every Wednesday starting on March 4th, along with video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ social channels.
So make sure you subscribe. Download Beyond the Pitch KC with Rob Brennan and myself, Scott Parks, on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons.
Yep.
Decorations.
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers.
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy two, get one free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best party start at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and you know baseball's back. BetMGM, the official partner of Major League Baseball, is bringing the high heat all season long. All season long, you can log into the BetMGM app and receive top-tier promos that put you in the batter's box and up the excitement for America's pastime. Step up to the plate all season with Swing for the Fences, the free-to-play game where every swing could score you rewards. We're talking parlay boost tokens, odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boosts, and even bonus spins all season long. And the action doesn't stop there. Get more out of every at-bat and every inning with MLB same-game parlay boosts. Stack your picks and boost your potential payout. Plus, lock in bigger value with MLB odds boost tokens and MLB parlay boost tokens all season long. More boosts, more swings, more chances to win. Download the BetMGM app and step up to the plate today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLERS. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. Existing customer offers subject to eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
We're now joined by Zach By of 104.3 The Fan in Denver. Zach, thanks for joining us today here in Kansas City. I got to get to the question that's dying in the back of my mind, and that is Bo Nix's leg okay? Because I know a picture's worth 1,000 words, and I have 2,000.
Yeah, we're still in sort of limbo with that. No one really saw this story coming. The Broncos organization are trying to spin the story that this was a scheduled cleanup job. Anyone with an actively working brain knows that that's not the case. This was supposed to be, good and ready to go for the start of OTAs, which are within the next 2 weeks. And now the new report is that he is fearing missing the entire off season. But more for me, this is not an injury in a vacuum. And I have a large portion of our listener base very upset with me here in Denver because I'm just pointing out natural factors that I'm not even sure if you guys are aware of. But Bo Nix had a season-ending injury to his ankle in high school. He had a season-ending injury to his ankle in college. And here in his second year had a season-ending injury to his ankle that prevented the Broncos, in my opinion, from going to the Super Bowl. Also, in addition to those 3 injuries that ended 3 seasons in high school, college, and the pros, he did not go to the Pro Bowl after his first year because he had to get an ankle cleanup. And here we are with an additional cleanup after the 3rd major surgery to the ankle, and not a down of football was played. So we're not exactly sure if this was just, is there debris floating in there? Did he hurt it? I reported to our listeners, I found out about a week and a half ago that Bo Nix was playing basketball at a local high school, 3-on-3. Did he injure it playing basketball? We're not exactly sure, but I'm concerned. big picture, long term, not necessarily just the latest cleanup job, but just the totality of it. 5 different surgeries to the same body part. Oftentimes the best way to predict the future is looking at the past, and his past is starting to get pretty checkered in that department. And mobility and his dual threat nature is a big part of his quarterback profile. So I think this is a larger deal than some folks around here like to admit.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with you just listening to what you had to say there, Zach, about the history of this. I mean, my God, it's the 3rd time now, after seemingly in every level that he's played, he's had something wrong with his ankle, and it's something that needs to be looked at. I want you to answer this question from inside the organization. How are they handling this internally right now with Bo Nix?
Well, they're trying to keep it very secretive. To be quite honest, they're not saying much on this at all. But here's what I do know: leading up to the NFL draft, the owner Greg Penner, the head coach Sean Payton, and the general manager George Payton were all in unison saying that Bo would be ready for the start of OTAs, and that's now in question. So this has been a change. This is a detour. Here's what I'll also share with you. Bo Nix got very upset at Sean Payton after the season ended because Sean Payton went into a microphone and shared what the surgeon had told the organization about Bo Nix's ankle, and that was that when they went in there, they realized that he was, quote, predisposed to the injury, meaning that it was a matter of when and not if that he was going to hurt that ankle again. That didn't make me feel any better about it. And I have not been able to shake that phrase from my head when thinking about Bo's ankle, that predisposed nature of it. So you combine that verbiage with the literal injury history. And it just, again, it's not a death sentence, but it's got me cautious. And I think if they took some truth serum inside the organization, I think they're concerned about it because 1 year from now, Bo Nix is extension eligible. And this is going to be a $300 million decision for the organization. How many eggs do you want to put in that basket if this pops up again at some point during the season? So it's going to be a really interesting situation to monitor.
Talking to Zach By of a 104.3 The Fan in Denver, I want to get into your draft because obviously the Chiefs, everybody says they nailed it. Looks like some people are saying that the Broncos nailed it. No picks in rounds 1 or 2, but you go D tackle, running back, tackle, tight end, safety, tight end, linebacker. Does this more tell you that they're comfortable with the team that they have? I mean, AFC Championship game is not really a fluke. Defense is outstanding, led by the 2 big dudes up front. Plus, you got Josh Allen on that line as well. Jeff Allen, whatever. Josh Allen, Jeff Allen, big dude, doesn't mess around. What does the draft say for the Denver fan base, and what does it say for you?
Yeah, that name you're looking for is All-Pro Zach Allen in the middle there. Yeah, basically, I look at the Broncos draft as almost like a supplemental draft, not a game-changing draft. The Broncos don't need game-changing rookies. None of these guys are going to be scheduled to play. It's a testament to where the roster is at. Word from inside the organization, they literally graded these guys and just went best player available. Because when you're 14-3 on the heels of 10-7 the year before that, and your first round pick a year ago, the Jim Thorpe Award winner out of Texas, a defensive back, Jahdae Barron, literally doesn't even play for you as a rookie. You know, you're in the AFC Championship game and your first round pick plays 5 total snaps. That tells you where this roster is at. Not that it's necessarily star-studded, but I think everyone on the roster is somewhere between like an 8 and 9.5. You know, if you were grading these guys out of 10. So I'd almost be shocked if one of these rookies is in a starting role. You know, we went through an exercise on our radio show here in Denver. What is the most grooved positional pathway for what we thought the 62nd overall pick in the second round to start? And turns out the Broncos weren't even that concerned about it because they traded back into the third round. And so I just think that right now it's a position of luxury. Sean Payton has done a great job in turning around this organization from a personnel standpoint. And so really, I think these guys are going to be depth players. I think they're going to be special team players. And I think they're going to be developmental players that, honestly, you guys in Kansas City won't see much of this season.
That is Zach By of 104.3, The Fan in Denver. Two things. One, the amount of truth and honesty and fear, I think, in his voice and his description of Bo Nix. Zach Allen, by the way, Zach Allen. Guy you'd hate but love if he's on your team. But the draft, right? Like, they didn't need anything as of now to immediately fix. They like what their team is, right? They built this team up. Sean Payton, even though you don't like him, nobody really does. It's done a hell of a job, man. They were in bankruptcy with the Russell Wilson contract. The Waltons came in and bought the Denver Broncos. They get rid of Russell Wilson. They eat it, and they go to the AFC Championship game.
Right.
Now, a lot of that was because of Bo Nix. And yesterday, gentlemen, we had a conversation. Did you see the leg in the photo? Was it real? Yes, it was. Looks kind of funky. A little bow-legged, little Bo Nix leg right there, right? And then it leads us to the conversation. The draft was not an issue in Denver, right? Because we looked at the draft. We're like, who did, outside of the Raiders, who did the Chargers draft? Who did the Broncos draft?
Broncos didn't even have a first or second round draft pick.
Traded out of it is what
for
Zach
Jalen Waddle,
is what Zach By told us. And yeah, they did go out and get Waddle, and they have him, and they have Sutton and Bo Nix and whatnot. But the thing that's interesting is that this Bo Nix injury is a talking point.
Absolutely, it is.
On May 1st, because Zach was very honest about it. And I thought the biggest point that he made was in a year from now, Bo Nix is going to be at the table in Denver, and they're going to have to talk contract. And we're going to see what this leg can be, because we go back, as we peel back layers of this story. We all called Sean Payton an ass because he was giving out information of his high school injuries and his college injuries, and then the injury that happened before they go to the AFC Championship game. Did Sean Payton really did he give out too much information? But now we hear about it from Zach By, and we're like, man, maybe that's something that people do need to be known about, because when this $300 million contract is offered to Bo Nix, does Denver pay that? Because the first thing I thought of, fellas, was the Drew Brees situation in San Diego years ago. I am not comparing talent. Please do not get my words twisted. Drew Brees is a Hall of Fame all-time quarterback. We know that. But the San Diego Chargers at the time saw the shoulder injury, and they're like, man, I don't know if this is our future. I don't know if we can trust that. Then there's like the conversation of him going to Miami with Nick Saban, and then Miami's like, we're out. And so then Nick Saban's like, so I got Dante Culpepper, the guy that Tiger Woods mimicked in the video, right?
Okay.
And then you're like, yeah, sorry. And then the Saints are like, we'll take him because of the Saints. And it turned out great.
It turned out
champion, Sean Payton's there. And that's the other thing. Sean Payton was in New Orleans when they got Drew Brees. So maybe he's going to look at this and be like, hey, guys, it's not as bad as it can be. Trust me, I've done this before. But again, it does leave you a little bit of concerning notes in your brain about the Denver Broncos and their future. Would you pay Bo Nix the $350 million that he's is that too high for him?
Well, I'm going to take a cop out here. I need to see what happens this year before I'm even considering paying Bo Nix going forward with those injuries. Because, I mean, when people talk about stuff, it's bothering them, right? You don't just start talking about things if it doesn't bother you. And so now you look back at Sean Payton, he's probably like, man, it's bothering me. This guy's had an ankle injury in high school. This guy's had an ankle injury in college. And now we've had 2 surgeries in one offseason on the ankle again. And if you're Sean Payton, you probably are a little bit scared about that with the injury situation, because now you start to look at it. Is it a degenerative type of injury? Because every single year, it seems like there's something now wrong with this guy's ankle. As of today, I am not paying Bo Nix. I cannot do that with that injury. I have to wait and see what happens this season. Now, the question becomes then, if you don't pay Bo Nix, then who? Because you're not going to be bad enough to be in the top 5, most likely, to get that franchise quarterback.
You trade Bo Nix.
You could potentially trade Bo Nix, but who's going to want to buy an injured quarterback? Everybody knows now he's injured. Every single person now in the world knows that he's had 2 ankle surgeries this offseason. Going to be a tough contract to move for some people, I believe. But, I mean, that's why you got to see what happens this year. And I think because of the quarterback talent, they're going to end up paying Bo Nix, I would imagine. But if you're asking me today, the answer is no today, with the caveat of I got to see what he does this coming season before I can consider that. You know, it's a tough one. This is why the job of a GM sucks, man, because it's like, oh, we just rip their drafts, fine, whatever. But this is a consequential decision that could change the face of their entire franchise in either a good way or a bad way. If they sign him and he plays well, great, you won. If they sign him to this long-term deal and his ankle doesn't hold up, and next year you're talking about having to move on, you're back to where you were with Russell Wilson in that cap situation. So,
Mac, Bob,
it's tough.
What's Bo Nix's number one attribute?
His legs.
His
ability to escape and move. Yeah. And that's, again, that factors in, guys.
Right.
Like, this is a tough situation in Denver. And I'm not here to feel sorry for the Denver Broncos at all. But we're on May 1st now, and they don't know what's going on truly with the health of their quarterback, and rookie mini camps are this weekend.
He's 26 years old, too. It's not like he's a spring chicken, even though he's going into his third season, because he was an old quarterback and was in 5 years in college. Played more college snaps than any quarterback in college football history.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm way out on this. As a Chiefs fan, please, Denver, sign him. Yeah, because I think that, like you're saying, you're kissing goodbye to maybe the future of your franchise, I think, for the next 5 or 6 years. And I think you brought up Russell Wilson. I was thinking of Russell Wilson in maybe a different light of, okay, Denver's used to this. They're used to eating it for the short term, but better for the long term. And that's what Bo Nix would be. Trading him, and it would suck. Maybe that first year without him would be bad. The fan base would be, what the hell? But then you see Bo Nix play bad, or you see him get hurt again. You get another quarterback in, and all of a sudden things are rolling. Bo Nix is 28 years old on his now 4th surgery, and you're going, see, guys, we got 2 second-round picks. We made the most of this.
Yeah, but you only see that, in a couple of years, right? Like the immediate, you have to be able to withstand the immediacy of getting pummeled by your fan base if you trade him, and rightfully so. Everybody would say you've been looking for a quarterback basically since John Elway. Peyton doesn't count, just like Joe Montana doesn't count here, right? It was a hot minute that you didn't find your guy for the future. You found a guy for the minute. And Bo Nix looks to be that guy that they found for the future. And now you've got question marks surrounding him. And they're legit question marks. They have to be answered. It may turn out to be not that big a deal. But I know from where I sit, I've now seen this guy have at least 4 surgeries on his ankle that we know about. High school, college, and the 2 this offseason.
Somebody says that's exactly why the Steelers put that tender in front of Rodgers.
Exactly.
So Denver couldn't get him.
Yep.
Wasn't he linked to Denver a little bit?
A couple of years ago.
Conspiracy.
Well, it was a couple of years ago when they tried to get Hackett out there to be
Him
the head
and Peyton
coach,
would
right?
be cinema
Oh,
for the entire season.
It would be
They'd
great.
be best friends till week 3.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
Week
well,
3,
he's like,
I think.
Sean, he's got his ways, and Aaron's just, Aaron's gonna be Aaron's like.
They did that.
Rigo.
They did that for 2 reasons. Denver and Arizona. Those are the 2 reasons I think Pittsburgh put that clause in the contract that, like, if you're playing with us. If not, sorry, you're not playing this year.
There's a lot of ayahuasca.
That'd be weird.
Arizona or Denver.
Arizona, I don't know why they would do that.
Well, they don't have a quarterback.
Great.
Yeah.
Lose. Well, 27 is on the way.
I don't disagree with that, but they need somebody this year.
Also, they got Brissett and Minshew, and they're paying Minshew, and I don't know what Brissett's contract is.
They're paying Minshew $8 million
for one
a year.
season.
They have a great prospect at quarterback in Carson Beck.
That's true. They do have that guy.
What is he, Sid the Sloth?
Yeah, I mean, that quarterback situation in Arizona is terrible. So, you'd like to get back.
And I knew this question would come up because it says, were the Chiefs not worried about Mahomes' ankle? No, because he didn't have a history of it. And when he did hurt it, he came back and then had the longest run for a quarterback in Super Bowl history against the Eagles. I was never worried about his ankle.
I'm not concerned, no.
I am, to be honest, if I'm not going to, I don't want to sound like a homer, but I am a little worried about what he is post-knee surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all very curious about that.
I think New England fans were worried about that when it happened to Brady.
No
Because
doubt.
it was the first time that you ever saw your hero on the ground and not come back. It's the first time we saw Patrick Mahomes on the ground not come back because the knee injury against Denver in 2019, or was it 2018? Or 2019?
2019, yeah.
He came back and we had never seen anything like that. This is repeat history for Bo Nix. So there's more
It's
fear
different.
there. But I am honest. I am interested to see what because one of Mahomes' biggest asset is his arm and then his memory and his vision. Then it's his mobility. Bo Nix's number one asset is his mobility.
And it's not the ability to move down the field. It's the ability to move in the pocket. Like, he's really good at that, to avoid the rush. I mean, we saw it twice this year. We couldn't get to the damn guys.
Which is the same for Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, one of his, other than his arm, maybe his second quality is the improvisation, which leads to him leaving the pocket. Now you've got that knee where you're like, I know it's repaired. I know he's healthy. He's still young enough or whatever, but it's still going to be like, ooh.
Well, it is. But I know from again, I talk about the experience of Miney getting hurt. and how difficult it was for me to like do a goblet squat with 10 pounds. I can't imagine being an NFL player and having to bounce back from an injury from the mental side of things. That's going to be the biggest thing to overcome. And I think Mahomes is going to be just fine. Like, I've got no concerns about Patrick Mahomes whatsoever getting back from this knee injury. But if you're in Denver, you're looking around and you're going, I don't know, man. That's 4 surgeries on the ankle.
Especially when you only have the 11th ranked running back in football.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that list?
It's a terrible list.
I mean, I thought I was in the garage too long.
It's classic Dove Kleinman list, though. This is what he does. Yes, exactly. Rage bait. How about Chase Brown at number 5 running back in the league? Yeah, exactly.
Cincinnati's running back.
Hey, Jeremiah Love at 7.
Jeremiah Love, never taken a snap.
Never taken a snap.
Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah, like
Number
we
8.
see this all the time where we rank guys as higher on lists that have never done anything before.
Right.
You know, it's the allure of never doing it that makes you, intrigued, I guess. Oh, we've seen Ken Walker play. We've seen this guy play. We haven't seen Jeremiah Love play in the NFL, so that makes him the 7th best running back in the league. Based on what?
You want to hear this list that's absolutely BBL stinky? Number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs. No argument. Number 2, Bijan Robinson. Definitely not an argument. Number 3, Amarian Hampton. Played 5 games.
He played 5 games last year.
And I might be being generous. Number 4, Christian McCaffrey. Number 5, Chase Brown.
How is McCaffrey 4 on this
Because
list?
Amarian Hampton's 3rd. Chase Brown 5th. Jonathan Taylor 6th. Jeremiah Love 7th. Cam Scatterbrains 6th.
Yep.
Number 8. Number 9, Ashton Genty. Number 10, James Cook. Top 5 running back. Number 11, Ken Walker. Number 14, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
well, I will say, based on last year, yes, Saquon Barkley. This year, Saquon Barkley will be good because this is a bounce back year from last year.
He's better than Jadarian Price. I don't know about Devon Achane. A different style of running game. Kinda. Not really.
This is like a future take. This is like, hey, this is what I think this year's going to be.
Maybe
this list would be
I would
fun.
have no problem with that if this is how I predict the future this year of the running back. Fine, but don't tell me these are the best in the league and have Saquon Barkley at number 14.
No, come on. No.
Chase Brown 5th.
Ridiculous.
Well, the fact that Jeremiah Love is on the list and he hasn't played it down in the NFL tells you, all you need to know about the way people project.
Yeah, just give it a month. He will be, probably, but give it a
Where did he get drafted by?
Yes.
Thank
Arizona.
you.
Yes.
So, no.
420, yes.
Let's slow our roll a little bit there. It's Arizona, folks. BBL stinky.
Can he run for 1,000? Yes, he can, but not in Arizona.
Not in Arizona.
We say give it till June 1st. We didn't even get Eric Hosmer to May 1st. We'll talk about it next on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for the Kansas City Royals.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Rob Britton from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And Rob, I'm Scott Parks from Dana and Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch KC will feature the biggest names who made the World Cup in Kansas City possible, plus the biggest storylines heading into this summer's tournament. This is not a podcast about soccer. Don't get us wrong. This is a podcast about Kansas City. This is a podcast for Kansas City. And this is a podcast that'll tell the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes will be released every Wednesday starting on March 4th, as well as video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ's social channels.
Subscribe and download to Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series with myself and Rob Bretton on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring is here. Now's the time to get your air conditioner ready with a $49 AC tune-up from Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. A tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
This is the highlight of my morning.
Hey,
what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
You've got that nice golden fluffy egg
With a soft, flaky biscuit,
crispy bacon.
melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. It makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Hey, it's Gold, and right now I'm driving the new 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E. It's a fully electric vehicle, saving some money on the high gas prices right now. And over at Shawnee Mission Ford, Ford has announced a great way for you to get that dream vehicle. $399 lease payments on Mustang EcoBoost, Bronco Sport Big Bend, or $499 lease payments on a Mustang GT or an Explorer Active. Get that vehicle of your dreams for only $399 or $499 a month, plus a $500 gas card on top of that. Shawnee Mission Ford is on a mission to do more in 26. $999 down payment plus tax and fees for 36 months and 10,500 miles a year.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound starting to slow around 31st Street with construction. It stays sluggish to Jackson Avenue. Past that, things look good into downtown. Kansas side 635 northbound, a little sluggish from K5 to the bridge with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
All right. Mac is got a semi, not a truck. Men's wieners. Chiefs posting the rookie photos of them getting into the locker room. And wouldn't you know it, lurking in the background is a Chiefs helmet with a red face mask. Coincidence?
I think not. I don't know. I mean,
okay.
I don't know. I would love it.
Bob immediately comes in. Sources are telling me they're white face mask all year. Don't worry about it.
I haven't asked anybody about that one yet. No,
what a great Friday text. Hey, how you doing? Hope you had a good week. Are the face masks going to be red?
Yeah, are the face masks red this year?
He turns around. We got another one.
Yeah.
We know this team likes Easter eggs.
Yeah, they
Taylor
do.
Swift's
The
taught
Taylor
them well.
Swift, the Easter egg with all that. But I was telling you guys in break, this is how we are as Chiefs fans. We get excited over the change of a face mask color.
True.
We want something different from a uniform perspective, like everybody else is doing. We don't get that. The gray face masks make everybody get excited. And now, if they have this red face, it does look cool. It really does. It looks
does.
cool. But I still want to do something different with the uniforms, like that red helmet, red face mask with black jerseys, because that is
I know that I'm hard.
Mean, you think I moan?
I think you're beyond that.
Look, this is how bad the young man
moan.
wants a change in the uniform. He moaned when I said red face mask.
Come on. I just ask if they can change their uniforms once.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, just one time. But that red face, because it's like a darker red almost, right?
Yes.
It looks a little bit darker.
Blood red.
And so you have that with black jerseys with red numbers outlined in white. And then you can wear black pants with that too, or maybe if you want to wear white pants with that. Just give us something different a little. Every once in a while, it's okay to do something different. So, but that red face mask does look really cool,
and it's right in the back of this picture.
It is. It's right there.
Right
it's
there.
placed perfectly. You know.
Did you guys see the lineup yesterday? Garcia, Witt, Jr., Thomas, Perez, Lofton, Marte, Jensen, Collins, Diaz. Did I miss somebody's name?
Yeah.
Who?
A lot.
Okay. Nobody.
Your boy.
Yeah. So,
Cooter.
You know me. I'm the biggest Jack Caglione fan east of the Mississippi. Hosmer, also, big Cags fan. I've had him on the show a couple times, and when he was making his way up, we talked to Hosmer about it. He's like, oh, man, dude's just a giant. Hosmer yesterday tweets. And I think he tweets from everybody in the Royals organization of fan base is what I'm talking about. Not the organization, but the fan base of the supporters of this team. And he says, in my humble opinion, there's a guy with a size 17 shoe that the Royals should feature on this post daily. He is, of course, talking of Caglione, who we've said is 6'5", 250, wears a size 17 shoe.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wrong. And it is interesting that, there was a lefty yesterday. And what we were told is that Jack would be sitting against, the premier lefties, right? Like Skubal and Sale and Crochet.
Well, there's only two of those left now.
Yeah. And so yesterday, I don't know who that A's pitcher was. I'd be lying to you if I knew his first and last name.
He only pitched 3 innings yesterday.
He did.
Never heard of him.
And Jack Caglione pinched hit and got a hit. Now, it was a dribbler down the line.
Hit's a hit.
He's on base.
He's more than I've ever done.
That's analytics. Can they get on base? What's their on-base percentage? You watch Moneyball, that's what he emphasizes. On-base percentage, slug. That was Bean, not Brandon Bean, but that was Billy Bean's way of life that he created and caused a blank storm in baseball for years because of the algorithm that they decided to go with. It did work for them. But again, he's not wrong, because last year when Cags was making his way through the minors and they wanted to get him up, it was like, well, if he comes up, Dusty, he's going to have to play every day because that's what you do with young players. Now he's not playing every day. And I know he had a rough 2 games. He struck out, I think, like 5 or 6 times.
Well,
in 2
by all
games.
means, get rid of him then, right?
But it's like, but how's he going to learn?
It's
right?
awful. It's just round and round and round.
And
go.
I always go back to Batman Forever with this quote of like, if you kill him, he won't learn nothing. And it's when Two-Face and the Riddler break into the main mansion and they have Val Kilmer on the steps and like Two-Face wants to end his life. And the Riddler's like, if you kill him, he won't learn nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't let him develop and you don't let him hit, he's not going to learn anything.
That's right.
And if Jensen's in there, yeah, he's got the power pop, but Cags has been hitting. And it looks like now this whole lineup shift of everything has broken Eric Hosmer. In my humble opinion, there's a guy with a size 17 shoe that the Royals should feature on this post daily.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if you got a talking to yesterday for that, because
12-19 is their record.
Yeah, and everything is fair right now that you say about the Kansas City Royals. They stink out loud. I mean, they are not a good baseball team right now, and I don't want to hear either the excuse of injuries, because this team stunk before guys got injured. Okay, they were 9 games under 500 or whatever it was before guys got injured. So this isn't an injury thing. This is, we underdevelop players and they go elsewhere and they perform well. MJ Melendez, again, doing his thing yesterday. But also, too, from a bullpen standpoint, guys, this is where the Royals front office has failed miserably in all of this. They did not understand what they had, or better yet, what they didn't have out in the bullpen. And right now, they have the second worst bullpen ERA in Major League Baseball to Houston, who will probably be making changes at the end of the season because they're one of the worst teams in all of Major League Baseball as well. I think they're 12-20, while the Royals are 12-19. The other thing that they have to look at, and I think the Royals front office swung and missed miserably at this when it comes to the bullpen, is that your starters don't go deep into the games anymore. Only 9% of starters this year have gone into the 7th inning, and that has been a steady decline. If you just look at the numbers, analytics, you can see over the last 10 years how drastically it has decreased of starters working deeper and deeper and deeper into the game. In 2015 or 2014, I'll go with 31% of the guys who started a game went all the way into the 7th inning. We're at 9% now. And again, that's been a steady decline every year. So you've known for the last 10 years plus that starters are going fewer innings, and you did nothing to make your bullpen better this offseason, and you allowed a guy to dictate to you that he was going to be okay when this guy was clearly not okay. And we talked about it on February 23rd, I think, Dusty, if I go back to my notes, about the closer not being good and Vern being concerned about the closer on this team. So they did nothing to rectify a bullpen that, if you study Major League Baseball and analytics, that your starters are not going to go deep into games. You better have a bullpen that's ready to go, and the Royals did not. They did not have a bullpen ready to go this year. And it's not just the bullpen, Dusty. You mentioned it earlier. Cameron and Reagans aren't pitching well this year. And when I said trade Reagans or Cameron in the offseason, I was laughed out of town.
Reagans with a 5 ERA, Cameron with a 5 ERA. Your ERA leader, Seth Lugo, followed by Walker, then Bubic. And obviously Bubic is on a contract here. Vern said multiple times that you're probably going to trade him at some point, either this season or in the offseason.
Correct.
Royals currently 27% to make the playoffs this year. Their one saving grace, I will say, it's not June 1st, and everybody in the AL sucks.
Oh, the AL is terrible.
There's only 3 teams that are above 500. That is the Yankees, the Rays, and the A's. Everybody else is 500 or below, including the leader of the AL Central, 16-16, those Minnesota Twins. So, again, saving grace that it's not just you that's playing piss poor. It's everybody, and it just so happens to be in the AL. So, again, I always tell you my one odd card that I have is I wait till June 1st. Well, fellas, it's May 1st. So they got a month to get me on the side of one or the other.
Well, and you mentioned May 1st. That was always a line for Denny, too. He always said by May 1st, you kind of know where everybody is going and where everybody is headed. The Royals right now are on pace to go 63-99. 63-99 is what the Royals pace is right now.
Eesh.
And I talked to a buddy yesterday. My buddy Joey calls me. He goes, man, my friend and I, we really wanted to be in on the Royals this year. We wanted to be in. We were excited to be in. And it's April 30th, and we're already out. And I'm like, I hear that from a lot of people. They came out of the gate and did exactly what they could not do, and that's stink up the joint.
I just would have liked to see yesterday Cags play first. I would have liked to seen Carter catch, even though he's had some rough catching appearances, and Salvi DH. I don't know. I just feel like
I would have just liked to see Cags in the lineup. And the fact that Eric Hosmer's now broken about this, guys, tells you everything you need to know. It tells you everything you need to know. You've got to get your guys in the lineup. And now at 12-19, you've got nothing to lose. Jack Caglione's ass better be in there every day. You're 7 games under 500. You're not interesting. Put Caglione in the lineup every damn day.
I just don't understand what that can do to confidence.
Nothing.
Right?
It kills your confidence, Dusty.
Hey, you've done really great. Pinch hit home run the other night against the lefty. I think you got it. Lefty start, you're out.
You're out.
Or Jensen in the 3-hole and then down to the 7, or it's like, okay, no consistency.
There's no consistency.
No rhythm.
Nothing at all. In baseball, they always talk about being a game of consistency and rhythm and, momentum and all that kind of stuff. And the way that they run a lineup out here, it's wheel of lineups, man. You just spin the lineup and whoever's name pops up, that's where you put it. You can't develop consistency that way, and that's no way to run a baseball team. Ask teams that win championships, guys. It's about consistency, and I'm starting to shake because I hate this style of baseball. I hate this analytic style of baseball because it doesn't work. Teams don't win championships playing this style of baseball.
Yes, they can. Coming up next, we'll talk from offensive lineup to an offensive rebuild and what has to change for the Chiefs, because Nate Taylor joined us yesterday. We go back and replay some of the stuff he said. It was very important here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. You know me, I love doing golf things. I love talking golf, playing golf, and I love having Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course, and you can do it too this season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So this spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade, and oh yeah, blackberry iced tea and lemonade, because there's no bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairways, and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
The first leg in horse racing's Triple Crown is Saturday. So whether you're watching from the track or the comfort of your couch, you can bet the Kentucky Derby on the same place you can bet on all your other favorite sports. That's on FanDuel. And right now, all customers can get a Derby bet reset. That means you'll get a racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app, it's super easy to use, and you don't have to be a horse racing expert to get on the Derby Day action. So bet the fastest 2 minutes in sports on FanDuel and make it that much more exciting with your Derby bet reset. Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks are registered trademarks of Churchill Downs Incorporated. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 12 withdrawable racing site credit that expires 9 days after receipt. Max refund $10 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at racing.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound, briefly heavy at 31st Street, sluggish to Jackson Avenue. Past that, things look good into downtown. Kansas side 635 northbound, heavy from K5 to the bridge with ongoing construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey Kansas City, this is Cole Reagans. On your way home from the K, tune into